Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah and today we're going to be doing about half an hour's worth of Pilates using a small ball. If you don't have a ball, you could probably try and do the session without it, but if you do have one, it's really fun. I often use balls in my classes and they are one of everyone's favourite tools. They can make the exercises a little bit more interesting and a little bit more challenging as well. This is a full body workout and the session is quite fast paced, so you might want to have a look at the video first, watch the exercises so you become familiar with what we're going to be doing. Otherwise, it's entirely up to you. We're going to have a stand-up warm-up, so whenever you're ready, if you just take yourself to one end of your mat, I'll see you soon. Standing at the end of your mat with your feet about hip width apart and the knees soft. Make sure you stand up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. And on your next out breath, draw your navel towards your spine and reach up high with the ball. We're going to roll down, so bring the ball down, nod the chin to the chest, round the shoulders forward and peel the spine and hang loosely at the bottom. Breathe in, exhale, gently restack the spine as you come back to standing. We're going to go again. Exhale, down with the ball, nodding the chin, rounding the shoulders forward, just hang loose at the bottom. Very gently roll back up. And again, exhale, nodding the chin to the chest, round the shoulders forward, gently down. When we come back up, reach up with the ball. Keeping the pelvis still, you're going to draw the navel towards the spine as you reach up further with the ball and slightly backwards, just opening up the chest. Try not to lift your tailbone as you do that. Relax it. Going to go again, slightly backwards. And then come back to neutral. We're going to go one more time. Breathing in, reach back, opening up the chest, and then back to neutral. You're going to bring your arms down, nod your chin to your chest, round the spine, and hang loosely at the bottom. Gently bend the knees as if you're going to sit on a small stool, about knee level. Straighten up the spine and reach up with the ball. We're in a squat position now. Just pulse it out through the heels, keeping the knees behind the toes. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Breathe. Relax your arms, lift the tailbone and gently restack the spine, reaching up with the ball. We're going to roll down again. Breathe in. Exhale, nod. Roll the shoulders forward, slowly down. And again into that squat position. We're reaching up with the ball. We're going to turn this into full squats. So you're going to come to standing and bring the ball down. Every time you go into your squat, you're going to reach the ball up. Exhale, inhale. Keeping the spine nice and straight, so as neutral as can be, allowing the legs to do the work, making sure you're pushing through the heels as you come down and up from your squat position. Let's pulse it out here, stay nice and low with the tailbone. Breathe, smile. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down with the arms, lift the tailbone, straighten out the legs and gently roll back up to standing. Reach the ball up and tilt backwards with the upper body. Lovely, just relax those arms, give your shoulders a roll. We're going to stand at the middle of our mat now, facing forward with a nice wide stance. So you can turn your toes out to the sides. We're going to raise our arms up as we breathe in. Exhale, draw the navel in. Reach forward and hinge at the hips. Just hold that position with the spine level with the floor. Pop the ball down on the floor and roll it forward, just resting your hands on the top of it. You're going to then bend one knee and then the other. Going really slowly here, keeping the spine straight. Keep your head in line with the spine as well. We're just warming up the hips and the knees, stretching out the inner thighs. Breathe. We're just going to go for a couple more. Before we come back to the centre, roll the ball towards us and then gently restack the spine and reach up. We're going to try and keep our feet apart here, keep the toes out to the sides, reach the ball up and then gently make a big circle with the ball in front of you. We're going to go one direction and then the other. You can see here that I'm trying not to flex the spine. As I come around and down with the ball, the spine is straight. So this is more of a hinge at the hips. Again, you're going to feel a nice stretch around the inner thighs, but around the back of the legs as well. Exhale, round and down. Inhale, up. You can relax that there. Bring the feet together and just lift the knees, take them out and round, just to give the hips a bit of TLC. And then if you come to the middle of your mat and turn to one end, feet hip width apart and reach up with the ball. We're going to take a breath in and then exhale, engage, nod the chin, round the shoulders forward and unpeel the spine. Just pop the ball on the floor and gently come to seated, facing forward with your legs crossed. And if you can just pop the ball to your left hand side, resting your palm on the top of it. We're going to sit nice and tall, chin level with the floor, take the right arm out to the side. Gently pressing into the ball with your left hand then, you're just going to roll it out to the side as you keep your right arm level with the ground. We're going to do this a couple of times before we turn it into side bends. So as you roll the ball out to the side, you can now reach up and over, but keep your pelvis still. So when you're going over to the left, your right hip isn't jumping off the floor. Just pause here, because now we're going to change the arm slightly. We'll start with the arm up by the ear. And as you slide the ball away from you, bring the arm down so it's parallel with the floor. Turning the palm down to face the floor and in as you reach up. So a little bit of coordination there and a bit of a twist of the shoulder joint. Good. Exhale out. Inhale in. Give your shoulders a roll. We're going to do it all again on the other side. So just pop the ball underneath your right hand. Sit nice and tall again with your left arm out to the side. So remember, we're just rolling the ball gently away from us, keeping the left arm parallel with the floor before we add our side bends. Okay, so reaching up and over with the left arm. So here we can flex the spine sideways. Just keep your pelvis square with the ground. Okay, let's change those arm movements. So we start with the left arm up, and as we slide the ball away, the left arm comes down. Remember, you can turn the arm, so you're turning the palm down to face the floor and in as you reach back up again. Good. A little bit of shoulder work there and a stretch of the outside of the body. Let's come down, give the shoulders a roll. And now we're going to turn to one end of our mat, legs out in front. And then if you just part your feet, go as wide as you can. You don't need to force it. But try and sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Rest your hands on the top of the ball. Take a breath in. On your exhale, draw the navel in and up, lower the rib cage, look down and slide the ball away from you. You can slide your forearms across the top of the ball, stretch out the back of the legs and of course the spine to come up or restack the vertebra. Let's go again. Exhale, tummy button in, gently round the spine, slide the arms forward, pressing gently into the ball to restack the spine and come to seated tall. We're going one more time, nice and controlled, stretching out the spine and the back of the legs, slowly back up to seated. Wonderful. Keep the feet apart, flex your ankles and place the ball on your right knee, left hand behind the head, elbow in your peripheral vision. Now slide the ball using your forearm along the shin towards your foot, keeping your pelvis absolutely still. So we've got a lovely stretch of the left side of the body. Good. Keeping your ankles flexed. You might feel a stretch down the back of the legs. Stretching out your obliques. Really working the core here. So go slowly. We're going to swap sides. So placing the ball on the left knee or just before the left knee. Right hand behind the head. And you're just sliding the ball along the forearm, along the shin towards the foot. Don't force the movement. Just go within your own range of movement and go slowly, using your core here as well. Really draw your navel in. Go slow. Feel that stretch as well as the strengthening that takes place on the outside of the body. Good. Exhale. Inhale. We can relax that there. Bring the legs together and just shuffle forward towards the end of your mat because we're going to make our way down into supine. So hold the ball out in front of you, knees and feet hip width apart, sit tall. Take a breath in and then exhale, draw the navel in and roll back slowly into supine. You can have a full body stretch from there. Point the toes, but then flex your ankles to stretch out the back of the legs. Just bring your arms down for a moment while you place your feet on the floor. You're then going to pop the ball behind your neck. Make sure you can relax your head comfortably and your chin is away from the chest. Arms by your sides, but just take them away from your body slightly. Bring the knees and feet together and lift the heels so you're on your tiptoes. Now, trying to keep your pelvis really still by using your core muscles, just start to take the left knee out and slowly bring it back in again. Just stay on that same side. Keep the back of the pelvis level with the floor. So really using the strength of your abdominal muscles to do this. Exhale to take the knee out. Inhale back in. It's a little bit like doing the clam, but in supine. We often do this side lying. Let's swap sides. So keep your left knee still this time, just taking the right knee out and slowly back in. Lots of control. It's a very simple exercise, but does require lots of control, pelvic stability. Good. We'll make this one the last one. We're going to start working our abdominal muscles a little bit more. Okay, so bring your arms down by your sides and just bring the knees in towards your chest, but keep the knees and feet together. Let's float the arms by our side now and turn the palms up. You're then going to tap your toes down on the mat and bring the knees back. The idea is that you're keeping your pelvis really still. So draw the navel in, use your core to keep the pelvis in that stable position. And then you can start to reach back with your arms. So as you tap your toes down, bring your arms around by your ears, keeping the palms facing up. We've got the ball behind our neck to hold the head in place because this is a version of double leg stretch, okay, one of the original Pilates exercises. You should be feeling this around your hips and obviously working your abdominal muscles. Now we're just going to hold that there for a second. Take away the ball from the back of your neck and place it between your knees, but try and hold your head in the exact same position. Pop your hands behind your head with your elbows in your peripheral vision. Your toes should still be together. And now you're just going to tap the toes down and bring the knees back. So keep your head still, draw the navel in. Let's work those hip flexors. Exhale, tap. Inhale to come back again. Good. You'll feel this working all of your abdominals. And just gently working the hip flexors. So you might feel a little bit heavy around the top of your thighs towards the hips there. Try to go slowly, using the strength of your muscles rather than momentum. Last one. Now keep the head and shoulders lifted. Keep the legs in this tabletop position and just start to tap the ball with alternate elbows. Nice and slowly. Exhale to tap. Inhale to square up the shoulders. Try not to relax the head fully down. We're getting into our obliques. Really working those core muscles. We're going to add the toes back in again. So we're going to tap the toes down, bring the knee back, and then tap the ball with the elbow. Right, tap down, left, tap down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Nice and slowly again, try not to rush through. Keep the chin away from the chest, never pulling on the back of the head. Last one. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Keep the legs in a tabletop position and just start to pulse, pulse, pulse the breastbone gently towards the ball. Exhaling on your pulses. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just lower the head down, take hold of the ball, pop your feet on the floor. And now you're just going to gently and carefully place the ball underneath your lower back. So you're in a really nice comfy position where you can relax the pelvis down on it. Place your arms down by your sides, but then widen them away slightly. With the knees and feet together, just lift the feet and bring the knees towards your chest. And then lengthen the legs out vertically with the toes pointed. Draw your navel in towards your spine, hold it there as you widen out the legs. And then bring them back together. Nice and gentle. Pointing the toes. Exhale out. Inhale in. Now we're going to perfect this a little bit more. So as you take your legs out to the sides, flex the ankles to come back in. So we're pointing the toes on the way out, flexing the ankles on the way back in, really stretching out the inner thighs and working the hips. And you will feel this work in the back of your arms and your shoulders, helping you to balance on your ball. Good. We're going to stay in this position a little bit longer, but I'd like you to just keep your legs together now, point the toes. And then you're going to start to crisscross the ankles. So one foot in front and then behind the other, keeping the legs vertical. Now we're going to make a combination of this exercise and then the widening of the legs. So if you just bring your legs back to vertical. Now you're going to widen out your feet. When you bring the legs together, you're going to cross one foot in front and then behind the other. Go wide, criss, cross, out. Criss, cross, out. When you bring the legs back in and you do your crisscross, try and do right foot in front and behind the left. And then when you come back in the next time, left foot in front and behind the right. Shh, shh, breathe. It does really work the hips. You might be feeling a little bit heavy around the hip joint. Stay strong across the chest and the shoulders and keep the core engaged. Almost there. We'll make that the last one. And if you just want to bend the knees, bring them in. We're going to keep the ball behind the lower back and just have a little bit of a stretch. Now keep your core engaged as you very slowly place one foot down on the floor and then the other. Now you're going to lengthen out your right leg here. Just relax it down. And then the left leg. Bring your arms back down by your side, so bring them closer into your body. And see if you can just open up the chest by squeezing the shoulder blades gently towards each other. Breathe. Keeping the core engaged, just relax the chest. Place the feet back down on the floor. Tuck your tailbone under and remove the ball from the lower back area. Just relax down, give the knees a hug. Gently circle them around to just massage the back of your pelvis. And then let's have a full body stretch. Flex your ankles. We'll come up using a roll up. So gently nod the chin to the chest, round the shoulders forward, or reach up tall. When you come to seated, we're going to do a little bit of side lying next. If you're mirroring me, you're going to come down onto your right side, legs in line with the body. Just rest the ball on your left hip and bring the right arm around to the front, palm facing down. Bring the legs forward slightly and tip the left hip backwards slightly as well. Raise the left leg up and allow the ball to slide between your arm and your leg, keeping your head and shoulders absolutely still. We are going to turn this into side crunches. So to do this, all we're going to do is press the elbow very gently down as you raise your leg up. Try and keep your chin away from your chest and think about lifting the breastbone up towards the sky. Now, you don't need to come up very high to be able to really feel this work in the outside of your body, really getting into your obliques. Lots of control, gently working the shoulders, but you're really using those core muscles. Good. Exhale up, inhale down. We'll relax that, but bend the knees, bring the heels towards your tailbone. And then if you just come up so that you can place the ball underneath your waist, so it'll be the right side of your waist. You're going to come down onto your right elbow. Try and lengthen out the spine here by sending the left hip away from you. You're going to need to bring your right elbow back in so it's underneath the shoulder. Place the left hand behind your head and so you can see your elbow in your peripheral vision. Now very slowly, twist around. So you're going to try and take the left elbow and tap the right wrist. Keeping the ball absolutely still. So we're trying not to squash the ball. We're keeping the spine in a neutral and lengthened position. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can come off the hip. So push down with the elbow and lift the hips. Okay, stay lifted. You'll need to move the ball a little bit further down towards the hip so that you can keep hold of it. But it's the same movement, very gently taking your left elbow towards the right wrist. So it really works the right shoulder, the back of your arm. Exhale round, inhale up. Let's relax that then. Take the ball away very carefully, and when you come up to seated, just give the shoulder a little bit of a roll. Bring your legs around the front of your mat to the other end. We're going to do it all on the other side. So let's lengthen out the legs in line with the body. And then place the ball on the top of your hip there. So it'll be your right hip now. Place your hand on the top of the ball. Bring the legs forward slightly. You bring in that left arm around to the front palm facing down. And then remember just to send the top hip backwards slightly. And as you raise the top leg, allow the ball to just slide between the arm and the leg. We're going to turn this into side crunches. Gently pressing the bottom elbow down. Lifting the breastbone up. Remember to keep your core engaged as well. Squeezing those abdominals. Lovely, nice control. Just a couple more. Almost there. And breathe. And we're going to relax it. Okay, so bringing the knees forward, the heels in line with the tailbone. We're going to just come up so that we can come onto the elbow now. And then the ball is just underneath your waist. Okay, so make sure you secure it. You lengthen out the spine. You've got your right hand behind your head. And then we're just twisting the upper body round. So we're tapping the elbow toward the wrist. Stay strong around that left shoulder. Don't fall into it. Just push down with your elbow to make sure you keep your neck away from your shoulders. Remember, if you want to make this more challenging, just lift the hip, move the ball a little bit closer down or further down towards the hip. And you're going to keep the knees and feet together. Same movement with the elbow. So you're staying in a plank position basically. Good. Exhale round. Inhale up. And breathe. We'll make that one the last one then. And we'll come to seated, giving the shoulder a gentle roll. And then if you just turn to one end of your mat, scooch forward so you've got space behind you. We're going to roll down. So let's hold the ball out in front of us. Sit tall. And then exhale, engage. Gently roll backwards into a full body stretch. Again, flexing the ankles. Bring your elbows down and place both feet onto the floor. Keep the ball in your left hand. Float your left arm by your side. Lengthen out the left leg with the toes pointed. Place the right hand behind your head and bring your elbow into your peripheral vision. You're going to kick the left leg up as you take the right elbow towards the left knee. So the right shoulder blade will come off the floor. Just keep your left arm still and make sure it stays floating by your side. Don't relax it down. Let's add some more mobility to the shoulder. So every time you relax your head down, you're going to take your left arm out to the side, and as you kick the leg up, bring it back toward the hip. Just keep it floating, don't relax it down. Exhale to kick up. Inhale to relax, keeping the core engaged at all times and making sure you go gentle. We never force the body in any direction. Last one. And we'll relax it there. Let's swap sides then. So you might want to just give your left knee a little squeeze there if you're feeling it around the hip, but you're holding the ball in your right hand. That's it. Left hand behind the head, elbow in the peripheral vision, left foot down, right leg lengthened. Let's kick the right leg up and very gently take the left elbow towards the knee. Don't ever worry about not touching the knee here. It's the direction we're going in. And we're keeping that gap between the chin and the chest so we don't squash the breastbone. We're just really working the core muscles, getting into the hip flexors, stretching out the hamstrings. Let's start to bring the right arm back into place. So as you relax your head down, you're taking the ball out to the side. As you kick the leg up, the ball is coming towards the hip. Exhale up, inhale down, almost there. Good. Last one. Relax. Give the right knee a squeeze. Well done. Okay, let's lengthen out the arms and legs, flex the ankles. We're going to breathe in and reach up with the ball. Exhale, engage, not the chin. Bring yourselves to seated. And then if you just want to take the ball and place it behind your back, just underneath your shoulder blades, feet down on the floor, hands behind the head, elbows in your peripheral vision. Draw your navel in and then very gently lean back on the ball, relaxing the back of the head down and allow the arms to just drop out to the sides. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Draw your navel in. Lift the back of your head and the shoulders. We're going to go again. Really slowly as you sink onto the ball. Keep the navel towards the spine. So you try to keep your pelvis still here. Just stretch out the chest. As you come up, use your core muscles. Again, last time, very gently leaning back on the ball. And relax the head, allow the elbows to just fall out to the sides. And remember to use your core as you come back up gently. Carefully take the ball from behind your back and carefully come to seated. We're going to be turning to one side so that we can come into an all fours position next. And if you place the ball between your knees, relax your feet, hands under shoulders, elbows soft, lengthen through the spine and keep the head in line with the spine so you're looking directly at the floor below. Now tuck the toes under, gently lift the knees, bring the knees down, release the toes. So we're keeping the spine lengthened throughout. When you lift your knees, it is just a fraction. So it's just so that the shins are level with the floor. Okay, so it's toe tuck, knee lift, knees down, release the toes. Exhale as you lift your knees. We're going to try and hold it here. And then gently take each hip from side to side. Good, nice and slowly keeping hold of the ball. Exhale to twist. Inhale as you go through center. Almost there, couple more. And come back to the middle. Gently bring the knees down, release your toes and go to sit in a shell stretch. Now if you just take the ball and roll it forward, resting your palms on the top of it, when you sink down into shell, you can just get that extra stretch around the chest and the shoulders. Okay, gently roll the ball towards you. We're going to come down into prone, so onto our tummies. Now if you can keep the ball in your right hand and then just have your arms down by your sides. Place your head down but face to the left. Lift your tummy button so you've got your core engaged and bring the legs together but allow the heels to drop out to the sides. Now you're going to raise the chest and pass the ball to the other hand and then come down and face the other way. At the same time, when you lift your chest, squeeze your bottom, point the toes and bring the heels together. As you relax your chest, allow the heels to drop out to the side. So you're just passing the ball to the opposite hand every time you come up. Go slowly and never jerk the body up. And try to just look at the floor below you as you lift your chest. Lovely, let's relax that there. Bring the ball towards your head, come up onto your elbows and place your hands on the top of the ball. Take your feet towards the corners of your mat and lift your tummy button. You can do this exercise without the ball, so I'm just showing you here before we start. You just have to have the hands down. But if you want to do it with the ball, we're going to go into back extension. So keep the shoulders back and down. Carefully push into the ball to extend your arms. And you can see here how that lifts you into spinal extension. Just watch the lower back, any pinching or pain, don't do it. As I say, you can do this without the ball. It just takes your balance off slightly. Okay, a bit more challenging when you use the ball. Of course, you're going to come up a little bit higher as well. Let's relax that. And now roll the ball away from you, extending your arms forward, lowering the chest down, and just have your face close to the floor. You're going to start to raise one leg and then the other leg, keeping the toes pointed and the feet apart. This movement is coming from the hips, so try not to bend the knee. Keep the navel up towards the spine. Rest your hands on the top of the ball and just keep your head and shoulders still. Exhale up, inhale down. We're going to do both legs together. So raise both legs up at the same time and down. Really trying to keep your pelvis absolutely still and making sure that the upper body stays still as well. Good. Now we're going to be holding the legs up. So hold that position and start to beat the feet towards each other. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep the navel up. Protect that lower back. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay. From here then, if you just want to bring the ball towards you, pop your hands down. We're very slowly going to come up into all fours. Tuck the tailbone under very gently. You can bring the ball with you as well. So when you sit back in your shell stretch, again, rest the hands on the top of the ball and extend the arms forward so you get the extra stretch around the chest and shoulders as well as the lower back. And then roll the ball towards you to come to seated, and that brings us to the end of the workout. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can also check out some of my other workouts as well. See you again soon.